Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about the girls and boys in Huntsville, Alabama. This is the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. I don't know what's going on. Listen, I could have, I thought I saw that all three parts were uploaded. I don't know. This is part two. If part three, because it says part three is up on my DVR. Girl, I don't know. We're gonna watch part. I'm gonna do part two, and then if part three is up, then girl, I'm gonna go ahead because I remember y'all saying that they accidentally uploaded the reunion to YouTube or something, or uploaded it, or basically put it up, but then they took it back down. But I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this is part two of the reunion. Girl, we just gonna talk, okay? Because I'm over love and marriage. This season was too long. Tisha. Tisha. Marsha. Girl, Tisha. Girl, is you dumb? Like, I know she's not dumb in real life. Like, I'm saying, like, I know Tisha is smart because, I mean, based off just off the fact that she's educated, girl, she done turned the company from red to green. So I know Tisha's not dumb, but, like, is you dumb? Like, girl, do you hear the stuff they be coming out of your mouth, Tisha? And y'all know I got a little soft spot for Tisha. But Tisha, I'm not gonna sit here and let you play in my face. Not in my face. So Tisha says that she has never really speculated that Marceau um, has cheated on her, which I think is a bold-faced lie. Because I could have sworn that Tisha has said, even in somewhere, girl, in one of these episodes, one season, I could have sworn that Tisha said that she has at least thought that Marceau had like stepped out. Not to say that he did, but it crossed her mind. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But even if I'm wrong on that, girl, Tisha told her herself on this episode. So Tisha says, girl, based on all of what Tisha just said in part one, where she's never really had any, I guess, hardcore evidence. Tisha found a picture in Marceau's phone. It was a picture of a girl. I guess he had liked the picture. Now, I don't know if this was Instagram or not. Was Instagram around 14 years ago? Because Tisha tried to make it seem as though it happened 14 years ago. Because did you hear when Kiki said Tisha it wasn't no 14 years ago? I don't know how long Instagram has been around. It's been around for a minute, but not too long. You know what I'm saying? But it's been around. I don't know. I can't remember. But Tisha says that basically she found a picture of a girl's butt in Marceau's phone. Tisha, girl, if you already hear rumors of your husband cheating, and then, girl, one of the main sources is his homeboy. You done found a picture. Girl, they say he allegedly has a baby, which I'm assuming ain't no baby because the baby would have popped up by now, I'm assuming. They say it's a picture of his back. He doesn't tell the full story about when he was in Atlanta with Chris. But then, Tisha! Grace, you dumb! Tisha, I'm not. Tisha, Letitia Scott, I am not about to let you give me a headache. Because that's what you're about to do because I feel it coming on. Tisha, and you know what's the gag? First of all, Marceau sounds like an HR nightmare. Can you imagine interviewing somebody for a position and then turning around and you talking about what a midday's work surprise? Marceau, you were interviewing someone that you say, but now you're also liking pictures, saving pictures of her butt, and leaving comments and talking about a midday surprise. Girl, what? And Tisha wanted to sit up there. You know what the real gag about this whole situation is, y'all? Let me tell you the real gag. The gag is this. Tisha has been sitting on this stage since episode 1 and defending what might be a fact that Marceau might be a cheater, and Marceau just been sitting up there. Have y'all noticed that? Even after they talked about the picture, Marceau didn't have too much of an input. I said, ooh, girl. Tisha, this is the thing, right? I don't expect Tisha to leave her man. A lot of y'all don't leave y'all men. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound mean, but a lot of y'all don't leave y'all men. They cheat, y'all stay. So Tisha, she ain't gonna be the first one to not leave her man, right? I would rather Tisha just come out and say that she understands the optics, right? However, she's not gonna leave her marriage. I think that would be the best thing for Tisha to say. I understand how it looks. It does. But I'm not leaving my marriage. Tisha says she does her homework before she approaches Marceau. So my whole thing is this, Tisha. And maybe I'm wrong on this. That to me would mean that you do speculate Marceau has stepped out, or at the time whenever you hear a rumor. Because if you didn't, then there would be no need to do homework. Like if I heard a rumor about my man cheating on me, right? If I believe that my man was faithful, there would be no need for me to go around and do homework. Does that make sense? So in my head, I'm thinking, Tisha, there has to be some type of speculation there. I'm spitting all in your face. There has to be some type of speculation there if it drives you to go do some type of homework to see if your man really is or is not cheating on you. Tisha, baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Girl, it sounded like Marceau pulled you to the side before the reunion and made you memorize some cards, baby. That's exactly what it's giving. It's giving very much UIL. Y'all don't know about UIL. UIL is old school. That's for the old school girls. See, do they still have UIL now in school? UIL was around when I was in school. I participated in UIL a few times. What did UIL stand for? I can't remember. What did UIL stand? Was it UIL? I think it was UIL. Let me see. Because they had UIL, girl, when I was in school. Let me see. UIL. Girl, y'all know I got ADD, girl. I don't know, but I think I do, girl. Girl, how did I get on UIL? I don't know how I went from love and marriage to UIL. This don't make no sense. I'm going to go to the doctor. UIL. Is that what it was? University Interscholastic League. Is that what it was in school? Is that what UIL meant in school? That's not what that meant in school. Girl, I don't know what it meant, child. Anyways, child. It's giving very much UIL. girl, it's giving very much SAT. It's giving very much girl midterm exam. Girl, I need you to memorize these answers. And you need to make sure that whatever I write on these cards, you need to go out there and say. That's exactly what it's giving. Kimmy calls out Kiki for bringing up Tisha. I mean, girl, Kimmy wasn't lying. Girl, Kiki, you lied. This is the thing, girl. You know what? I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. This is what I've come to realize. I think that people really, really forget that they've done the things that they've done, but it also goes to prove that, girl, y'all just be lying because, girl, y'all just be forgetting. Because Kimmy, girl, Kiki, you swore up and down that Kimmy was lying, talking about roll. Girl, you sound like Lisa Barlow. Roll footage. Girl, they rolled the footage. They rolled that beautiful beam footage, and girl, there you go, girl, in black and white, just girl running your trap to a woman who don't even like your cousin. I'm gonna get into Melody in a little bit. Ooh, girl, okay, let's move on. Kiki's drug addiction. I believe Melody, but I also know Melody ain't telling the full truth. Do I believe, like Melody said, was he on some intercom? No. Do I believe that Marceau, when he told the Holtz at the time, about Kiki and her addiction, do I believe that Marceau, stood up and did some comedy bit? No. Do I believe that, he tried to make the girls laugh and hold their stomach? No. But do I believe he walked into the house and was on some... This is what I think Marceau probably did. Y'all, just to give y'all a heads up, y'all know Kiki coming over. Y'all know they say she on that shit. So I'll just give y'all a heads up. You may want to hide your pills. So while he probably was not saying it he still said it in a joking manner, right? That's what I think happened. But I also think that everybody in that house giggled at it. Do I think they burst out into laughter like, do I think they did all of that? No. I think they probably giggled like, oh, girl, for real? Okay, girl, child. Which is still wrong, but I still think they laughed. I think it was kind of like, and it probably could have been an uncomfortable laugh or a nervous laughter, right? I just thought about that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Melody don't take accountability, and she do be lying. Period. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. I done caught her in lies. Y'all done caught her in lies. Y'all just don't want to say it. Melody can't even do something as simple as say that her first single, Telltale Signs, was a song about her marriage. You know how many people write songs about their life? Girl, hello? Like everybody. Some of them even lie. Especially the rappers. Okay? Like everybody writes songs about their relationships and marriage and just life. So I never understood why it was a big deal for Melody to say that, yeah, I wrote this song about my dealings with you. You're trifling. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until she accidentally told on herself when they were in Las Vegas. Melody even got her ass on TV last year and swore up and down she couldn't remember if she sucked dick or not. Melody can't even admit that she went up to Destiny's event at Madani to address Wanda. Marceau was absolutely correct. You didn't go your ass up there after you knew what Wanda had said because you wanted to just have a calm conversation. You went up there to set it off because your half-ass spoke to Destiny. Then you took your ass outside to start some shit with Wanda. That's what Marceau means when she don't take no accountability. Wanda was with the shits, but girl, you took your ass out there and got the whole party started. Let's just call a thing a thing. I'm not trying to throw on Melody's lap about how Martell and the other ones was acting a fool and about to tear up that shop outside or tear that concrete up, because that was on them. But we're not going to sit here and act like Melody didn't get the party started. There are so many examples of Melody not accepting accountability. It's crazy. And because she is a fan fave, people just let her slide. Melody is full of shit a lot of the time. Sorry to tell y'all. She ain't too far, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this, girl. She ain't too far off from being like Martell her damn self. Y'all don't remember her Martell wrecking shop? Girl. Now Martell is way worse than Melody, but girl, she ain't too far behind. Melody will sit here and lie and say, I invited Kiki to my party. It was my party. Girl, we know you invited her to a party, but you invited Kiki to your party because you wanted to be messy. And you wanted to get tea on Tisha. We ain't never seen you hang out with Kiki up until after you and Tisha fell out. That's the type of shit I be talking about. That's y'all, girl. That's y'all, girl. Wanda. The whole baby daddy. The whole baby daddy. Listen. I'm sorry. This is just how I see it. I don't think Miss Wanda was talking about the baby that time. Now, has Miss Wanda talked about those kids before? Yes, she has. I saw the footage with my own eyes and heard it with my own ears. Now, I'm not exactly why. Well, I do know why. The only reason, let me say this. The only reason, even though I don't too much care for Melody Cherie, I have been saying, and y'all know I have said it, that I needed for Melody or Kimmy to get off into Wanda's ass. Even with Wanda saying what she said about those kids and their hair a season or two ago, they let it slide because it's that old school way of thinking that a lot of us have, right? Oh, that's somebody's mama. We're not going to say nothing. We're going to let it go, right? It's done. It's over with. At this point, Melody don't fool with Tisha. And she don't fool with Wanda. The only reason why Melody probably hadn't really gotten to Wanda's ass like she wanted to was out of respect for Tisha being her friend. Like, I'm going to let it go because that's Tisha's mama and Tisha my friend. Now that Melody don't fool with her mama or Tisha, baby, it's on sight. And the truth of the matter is, Melody didn't have to even say nothing to Wanda about the comment that she said about the baby daddy. She could have just been on her shit from last year. Miss Wanda talked to, like, Melody didn't really need a reason at that point to get off into Wanda's ass. She could have found another reason, but she really didn't need one. Because she had all the reasons in the world to get off into Wanda's ass, if you ask me. But back to the baby daddy stuff. Wanda. I don't think that when Wanda made that comment, she was trying to take a dig at the child in that moment. I think that was a way of her trying to take a dig at Melody by low-key calling her a hoe. Do I think that Wanda was trying to pick a fight? I do think Wanda was trying to pick a fight. Because even with Melody saying what she said, look, I'll be trying to be fair. Even with Melody saying what she said on Carlos King's show about, Tisha daddy sliding into my DMs, girl, that shouldn't have ruffled Wanda's feathers that much to the point where she felt like she needed to come out and say something. Girl, Miss Wanda, what you telling us the other day that you had a husband and a boyfriend? You don't give a fuck about that man too much, girl, okay? So it's just like, it's kind of like, I felt like Wanda just wanted to fight with Melody, right? So then she comes back and says, well, since you want to talk about baby daddies, let's talk about baby daddies. You don't even know who your baby daddy is or something like that. And then people say that was a way of basically talking about the child. I think Ms. Wanda is ghetto enough that if she was just going to talk about a child, she would just come out and say it. I don't think that she would go around up the street and back around the corner to try and play this mind game. I don't think I almost said the wrong thing. Girl, I don't think she's smart enough to do all that. But girl, like, I don't think she'll do all of that, right? I don't think she can. It takes a real, it takes a smart person, someone who's evil, someone who's trying to be clever to think of some shit like, I'm going to try to get at the child. Like, you damn have to be kind of like evil, low key. I'm going to get at the child by going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the baby, like, I don't know, girl, maybe because my mind don't work that way. I just don't think that Wanda was talking about that baby. I don't. I think that that was a dig at Melody, and I think that Melody just kind of used that as like a lot of people do. Like a lot of people do. Like you was talking about my kid, girl. They were not talking about their kid. She was low key calling you a hoe. If you really want to know the truth about it, I don't think that's the same thing as what happened to Monster. I hate they call that little boy Monster. Can y'all stop calling that boy Monster? That's what his daddy called him. The same thing that happened to Maurice's son. Girl, Tiffany literally brought the son up. Like, it wasn't none of that, oh, girl, it could be this, it could be that, it could be something else. No, that was what it was. Even with Carlos being, I keep telling y'all, Carlos is messy. Carlos is messy. Carlos, you don't have to have no kids to know better not to walk up and try to shoot no scene with no children. Carlos, you messy. He swore up and down he didn't know that he shouldn't have did that. Girl, how would you not know that? That's like you know not to walk up to no kids and offer them candy. Like, you know you ain't got nothing. You know you ain't put nothing in the candy, but you just don't walk up to nobody's child say, you want some candy? Girl, no. Stranger danger. Like, on some real stuff like. So even with that being said, Marceau had every right to be upset or to tell Carlos, I don't want you shooting those scenes with my son or my children without me being privy to before it happens, right? That makes sense. I think that they want this outrage for what Miss Wanda said, and I think that nobody on the cast besides Melody and Martell really think that Miss Wanda was taking a dig at the little baby. And if you really want to be honest about it, if it wasn't for Martell saying the shit that he said, Wanda wouldn't have that information to go by. Now, some of you said that wasn't true, that he didn't say that on Dr. Heavenly's channel, but he has made reference to one of the pregnancies that Melody has had. The baby wasn't his. You see what I'm saying? So regardless if Miss Wanda got it from Dr. Heavenly's live or she felt like she probably got it mixed up, Martell at the time, who was married to Melody, has put it out there that one of the pregnancies that Melody has had, he felt like the baby wasn't his. I think that was when she had the heaven baby. Y'all get what I'm trying to say when I say heaven baby? Stay up there, okay? So I think that he was saying because Melody didn't go through with the pregnancy, that wasn't his child. I think that's what he was saying. But I think that Miss Wanda took that as though, but I don't think Miss Wanda ever said a child, though. That's what I think it is, too. All I'm saying is, listen, Martell has said enough to the point where he's given these people ammunition to go against his ex-wife. He done called that lady a hoe. He done said that, girl, the baby might not be his. He never said what baby, but I think it was a baby that she decided not to go through with. So he's put the ammunition out there. All they did was grab the gun and fire the shot. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't think Miss Wanda was talking about that baby. I honestly don't. And I don't think nobody else is either. That's why they all was just kind of sitting on stage. Like, okay, girl. And Carlos wants everybody to be outraged like they were about Monster. But girl, Monster, like, that wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like, that was what it was. Anyways, I'm talking too much. Let's move on. Martell calls out Carlos for not having the same energy. Mel feels like she can't move forward with everybody. Can I say something? I'm going to go ahead and say something. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Girl, you know what I think the problem is? I think that y'all have hyped up Melody Holt because you feel sorry for her in her situation, right? We felt sorry for Melody. We had a soft spot for Melody because we saw how her husband was treating her. And I think that in us having, empathy, sympathy for Melody, that girl, y'all have gassed Melody up to think that she's like this Nene Leakes. Let me tell you, let me make myself very clear. Girl. Ain't nobody on Love and Hip Hop, Love and Marriage, no Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore, period, okay? Now, we love Kimmy, but she still ain't no Nene or Kenya, okay? But I think y'all have gassed Melody up to think that she's this superstar, and she's not. She's not. There are a handful of Nene Leakes out there. There are a handful of Kenya Moores out there. A handful. The other girls might be, okay, girl, they're a cute little one, too. I think y'all gassing up Melody like y'all gas up Monique, like y'all gas up Portia, like y'all gas up Karen. Girl, had them thinking that these superstars, they go get their own show and it turned out to be a disaster. If Melody, if you're in real life, if Melody even got a spinoff show, what the fuck we gonna watch? Her and her mama sit outside and drink iced tea? She could bring her brother in and her brother's husband. That would probably be cute. That probably would be cute. Melody gonna have to bring people in. That's one thing I've always respected about Candy Burrs is Candy Burrs, even though Candy Burrs is not boring. I used to say she was, but she really not. Candy Burrs has enough sense to girl, the more the merrier. But she also didn't do like Portia, just to go get these random people that she ain't talked to in probably years. The people that Candy actually brought into her specials because she actually had relationships with. Mel feels like she can't move forward with everybody. Well, Melody needs to get off the show because they're not gonna revolve the show around Melody. You're like, okay. Um, Stormy and Destiny come out. Let me say something. I always feel bad when people cry. I'm gonna call a thing a thing. People were calling Stormy ghetto, and I was probably one. Not probably, I was one of them because Stormy was acting ghetto. Period. That whole what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, girl, it's ghetto. It was ghetto. Now, does that mean that Stormy is ghetto? No. Did she have a moment? Girl, we all have a moment where we get a little hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We all have a moment, right? But I think because that was our first time really kind of being introduced to her, and she really did come on the scene already kind of strong, right? She came into the season, like Stormy, girl, if you ever see this girl, you did come into the season kind of messy. Girl, have y'all noticed, girl, so Tiffany and Lou, girl, Tiffany and Lou just not going to be at the reunion. Girl, that just goes to show that, girl, they really need to be a part of the show anyways. The simple fact that, girl, I don't even think that, as much as I've been on Twitter, I don't even think I've seen people mention Tiffany and Lou. That's how much of a non-motherfucking factor that they were. Girl. The simple fact that nobody is even questioning why they are not at the reunion and they are in the opening credits. Yeah. So we can go ahead and just put that they're not coming back next season, okay? So I guess that means Stormy and her husband gonna fulfill those shoes. I mean, the shoes not that big or quiet as it's kept. But Stormy, you did come into the season kind of a little, leaving a sour taste in people's mouth, girl. You came on kind of messy. You did. So you already came in messy, and then it kind of went from there to this what's up, and then people were like, girl, you doing too much, girl, you doing too much, girl, you doing too much. But I don't believe that Stormy brought the show down, girl. Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all watched the fucking show? Girl, the first season they was talking about side chicks. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell did Stormy bring down the show? Do y'all know what y'all been watching? Girl, I be so confused sometimes. Excuse me. Girl, before Stormy got on the show, this man was calling his wife a whole hoe. Do y'all know what show y'all watching? Though Stormy did not bring the show down. The show was already in the pits of hell, if you want to be honest about it. Anyways, girl, we just watching. Just ghetto and messy. Destiny. The fans want Destiny to be fired. Carlos asks her, why are you on the show when you're not married? Are you in love? Are in love. I would have said, well, one, you hired me. Well, you hired me. Girl, can I just say something? I do believe that Destiny should be a friend of the show, if anything. She should not. That space that she's holding in the opening credits is wasted space. Get it to somebody else. Destiny could be a friend. That's all she really gives as friend of the show anyways. Girl, you were not even out there you're in the opening credits and you didn't even open up the show. That just goes to show that you really didn't give that much in the season. We had 30 episodes, girl, and when the show, when the first episode, the first part of the reunion kicked off, everybody was out there except for you. So that just goes to tell you that, girl, what you bring to the show, which is absolutely like friend of the show tease. You came out there with Stormy, and Stormy is actually a friend of the show. Um, Destiny does not show her life, and it is aggravating. Um, but I don't think it's fair for people to be like, she ain't married, she ain't in love. Well, if that's the case, y'all homegirl wouldn't be on the show either, aka Melody Cherie or Martell Holt. If that's the case, Kimmy and Maurice wouldn't be on the show because they were not married prior to this show. They got married on the show. So I'm just saying we have to be real careful. Like sometimes I get the fans, we have our favorites. We have to be real careful because, girl, you could be kicking one girl off the boat and, girl, I'm looking around like, what about the other ones? Because, girl, they shouldn't be there either. And I'm tired of talking about Martell and Melody. The only thing that I will say that really stuck out to me was when he said the producers say that you're difficult. I said, ooh, girl. Girl, Destiny, it's over for you, girl. When he said that, girl, when they started talking about the producers, girl, didn't I tell you, girl? That's how I be, honey. Girl, Destiny, while you over that, girl, he said that basically, this is what it sounded like to me. The producers try to throw you a bone to give you something to work with on camera, and you don't bite. So they might be like, girls, and you just look at them like they stupid. And you know what happens after they try to throw you that bone and you don't give them nothing to work with? They politely go back home, right? They bring that out, they bring that iPad up, and girl, they start sending the email to Carlos and Oprah. You know Ariel swapping down Oprah over everything. Shot a scene today with Destiny. Did not go so well. It's very hard to work with her at times. Ashley and I try to throw her bones to try to give her something to work with. The bitch don't ever want to comply. Okay, I can't write that. She never catches it. I don't know what's going on. We'll try again tomorrow. Find at her while you at it. I can't put that. Send, okay? But no, girl, so it's like, and y'all know I like Destiny. I do think that some of the fans treat Destiny unfairly, even though girl, that part 3 of Destiny, I might have to get off into your ass. I said, ooh, Destiny, please don't be that girl. Please don't be that girl on Mad Day. Girl, please don't be that girl. But it looks like you might be that girl. If so, girl, I'm about to get into your ass. Destiny doesn't share. Kimmy has already pretty much told her that. The only thing I didn't like, I will say, I felt like Kimmy, girl, hush. Like, Carlos asked, bitch, when I tell you I thought I had been talking for 33 minutes and this goddamn microphone wasn't on, I was about to have a fit, okay? Carlos asked her a question. And I think even Tisha was saying that they have shot scenes, I guess, of Destiny trying to be more open about her life, but it just doesn't make the show. That's what I got from it. And then Kimmy kind of chimed in and was like, well, girl, that's all of us. And then I was with Destiny. Girl, I'm not saying that it's just specific to me. I'm just answering the question. It could apply to every bitch on this stage. But when he asked me a question, I'm answering the question. I'm not saying that y'all didn't go through this. And I feel like Kimmy was trying to say, well, girl, we all went through this. Yeah, that might be true. But I'm telling you what it is with me. And I was like, girl, what is Kimmy doing? I guess Kimmy was trying to have a moment, girl. I don't know, child. Anyways, girl, that was pretty much it. Is that it? Let me see. Let me look over these notes real fast. Tisha speculated Marcel may have cheated. Found a booty photo of Hearts. He interviewed a girl. HR nightmare. A mess. Midday's work surprise. Did you hear when Kiki was like, you replied to the message? And he was like, I didn't reply. She was like, a midday's work surprise. He was like, oh, yep. I said, this nigga. Tisha says she does her homework before she approaches. Kimmy calls out Kiki. Kiki drugs addiction. Mel says she approached Bernard. Wanda, I do believe Melody was lying about that. I think Wanda was telling the truth. You were going live. Miss Wanda was saying she could bring a picture. Oh, girl, that was a little messy. Miss Wanda was saying Melody was saying Miss Wanda, I guess, was trying to compare pictures. I don't know, child. Okay, now that part, okay, because I'm glad I looked over these notes. Now that you could say was crossing the line and bringing the kids into it. The initial statement that Miss Wanda made, that was not to me talking about the kids. Now when you start bringing up the kids' pictures and trying to compare A to B and C to D, then girl, that's when it's kind of like, okay, girl, girl, you really going there, girl, stop. Um, that's it, girl. Martell has questions of pregnancy. What did I write? I don't even know what I wrote, girl. Okay, girl, that's it. Yeah, that's it, child. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.